Hi, I'm Dave Allen, and welcome to the Gamer's Den. And now we're on turn 16 of our Mice and Mystics gameplay of Chapter 1, Flight to Barksburg. And right now our mice are on the tunnel entrance tile. They had just wiped out 5 minions, and now all we have is this one roach that's just left off. I kind of like to imagine this is like in those common, cartoon kind of segments where you have everyone else get knocked out and you just have that one guy left and he's just kind of like, what do I do? And then he kind of skedaddles. So we're hoping that maybe we can take down this last roach really easily and then be able to move on to the next tile. I had a move from Kevin Debaeke. He basically stated that he was hoping that Tilda would be able to come in and be able to take down that last roach, and then for all the rest of the guys to be able to help each other out. He also said if it was ever possible, to have Tilda give Maginos her 2 cheese to be able to have him get a little bit closer toward leveling up. That's what we're going to be trying to have our ultimate goal be. So hopefully we'll be able to see her be able to take down this roach, give Maginos some cheese, and be able to kind of move on to the next part of this tile. This is what the initiative track is going to look like for this turn. We have Tilda, Nez, then the roaches, and then we have Collin and Maginos. So we'll just kind of see how these characters are going to play out and see what they're going to be able to do. Let's go down to the table and see how Tilda's going to do. We're on to Tilda's turn, so we're going to roll for Tilda's movement. And she gets a 3. Okay, so she can move a whole bunch of spaces. But to be honest, based on what Kevin was saying, we should probably take down this roach first. So we're actually going to use those 4 die that we have for the Hammer of Nandin. And we're just going to try to bash that roach in that's on the same tile as her. The final roach. Alright. So now we got 3 hits. Okay, we got 3 hits on that roach. So things are not looking pretty good for that roach. But let's roll 1 for that roach's defense. It does not defend at all. Those 3 hits get in there, demolish this roach. We're able to remove it from the tile and put it off onto the side. So now we actually have no more minions left, so that means we take that roach's initiative card and take it off the initiative track as well. And we move those 2 mice up 1 space on the initiative track. So now it's just the mice on this tile. Now she decided to attack first, and she did roll 3 for movement. So what we can do, and since Tilda got 5 movement, she's going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And what I'm going to do is something that Kevin Debaeke told me that I should do with Tilda, and that is use her share action, one of her free share actions, to share her 2 cheese with Maginos, so that he can get up to 5 cheese. So therefore he would only need 1 more cheese in order to level up. That's what we're going to do with Tilda, giving that cheese to Maginos. So that will pretty much end Tilda's turn. So Tilda takes down the roach and shares that cheese with Maginos. So exactly what Kevin was hoping for her to do. So hopefully, Kevin, you're happy with that choice I was able to make and be able to get that completed. We're able to kind of get a little bit closer to where we want to be. The tile is now cleared of minions, which means that we have to try to make sure we explore off to the next tile, or we're going to have to add a cheese to that minion wheel. Alright, Tilda, so now that she was able to accomplish all these feats, let's move on to Nez and see what he's going to do. So now it's on to Nez's turn. And since I'm in charge of Nez, what I'm going to do is roll for his movement first. And he gets a 2 of movement, so 1 of his movement value will move up 3 spaces. 1, 2, 3, right on that X. Hopefully that X marks the spot. And what I'm going to try to do is actually perform a search. So see if I can find anything on this tile. Let's see what happens. Oh, no, I don't find anything. So Nez can't find anything on the tile. A useful attempt at trying to get something done. Nez really can't do anything else at this point. What I'm going to do is just end Nez's turn. Alright, we tried. Finally, with all these great finds they were able to make, someone had to be the blind mouse on this turn. And it's going to have to be Nez, okay? He's been able to wreck house, take down 2 roaches last turn. We can give him a little bit of a, a little breather there. We don't have to really kind of give him a hard time on this. But now with no roaches there, now we're going to be moving on to Collin's turn. So let's go down the table and see what he's going to do. Now we're on to Collin's turn. Let's roll for Collin's movement. He gets a 2. Plus 2 is 4. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. He'll be in the same space as Maginos. And what I'm probably going to do with him is also search. I'm going to see if I can search and find anything with Collin here. Ha! I do. And Collin gets... Interesting. Collin gets Lily's bow. So since Lily's not even part of the party, what we can probably do is just discard that bow. I'm going to discard it off into the side, and we're going to take 1 cheese instead. So Collin will have 1 cheese with him. And with that being said, we got that 1 cheese from Collin. We're able to discard that. What I think I'm going to do is we are going to work this magic with Maginos, and we are going to actually give that 1 cheese to Maginos so that he could be able to level up. So we're going to give that to Maginos. Now he has 6 cheese, and hopefully we'll be able to, on his turn, be able to get that done. So with that said, I'm just going to end Collin's turn. All right, Collin. Okay, so he goes over there, he searches, finds Lily's bow. He kind of goes, this is weird. We don't need this yet. So I'm just going to take a cheese here, see what we can do. Kind of what Maginos did earlier in the game. And he's going to give that cheese to Maginos. So now that hopefully on Maginos' turn, he can finally level up and get to level 2. So then we'll have 2 mice at level 2, which is going to really help us in the long run, especially when we get to this final tile. So looking into that, we're able to move over there, get Maginos where he needs to be, and be able to help everyone else out. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to move on to Maginos' turn. So now it's Maginos' turn. We're going to roll for movement. We get a 3. Wow, that gives us plenty of time, plenty of spaces to move. And what we're going to do is actually, first things first, we're going to actually do his free action. And his free action is to level up. So what we're going to do is take the 6 cheese that now Maginos has accrued from all his friends and everyone that's kind of been sharing with him. And he's going to take that 6 cheese and, per Kevin's request, we are going to take the Chain Lightning ability and add it to Maginos' repertoire. Okay? So now Maginos has learned Chain Lightning, he has Mystic Bolt and Chain Lightning, and we're able to do this. So I'm going to show you guys what Chain Lightning is up on the screen. Chain Lightning says you may use this ability instead of performing this mouse's normal battle action. Choose up to a number of minions equal to this mouse's current lore. Each minion figure chosen is attacked by this mouse with a range attack. The battle value of that attack is 3. Roll 3 action dice once to attack. Each minion defends separately. And this costs 3 cheese in order to perform. So the thing is that it's not an easy task in order to get this done. But the thing is that it can take down lots of minions, up to 3 minions on any tile, and you don't even have to be near them. So that's what's the great part about Chain Lightning, is that capability of taking down any 3 minions on the tile. So that's pretty cool. So we have Chain Lightning for Maginos. He's basically on this space. He can move up to 5 spaces. What I think we're going to do is move up 1, 2, 3, and we are going to explore into the Courtyard Tile. Okay, so I think we're going to try to explore into the Courtyard Tile. We're going to try to end this. So we're actually going to take our mice. We're going to scurry through that hole in the tunnel entrance space, and we're going to come out onto this courtyard. And out here on the courtyard, we're going to have an actual story moment. The mice burst from a minuscule crack in the castle wall and out into the harsh brightness of the courtyard. Collin shielded his eyes from the glaring sun, then nodded to the old gnarled oak that grew tall and twisting on the opposite side. "I climbed that tree many times as a child," he said. "I doubt I shall be able to climb it again like this."
"You're not so old now, my lad,"
said Maginos, nudging him.
"Besides, these new nails of ours are probably sharp enough for us to scamper right up its trunk."
"Perhaps we should take cover at the tree now,"
said Tilda, and she pointed at a section of stone wall that surrounded the courtyard. Perched atop the aging mortared stone was an enormous old crow. It cocked its head to look at the mice from one eye and then the other.
"To the tree!"
cried Maginos. So it seems like we're kind of like a little bit of a hurry here. So here's a few special rules that go along with this tile. First special rule is the tree entrance, which is right in the upper left-hand corner of the tile. It says this space is the destination space for this chapter. A figure can only move onto or off of the tree entrance from the courtyard space adjacent to the hole in the trunk. All other courtyard spaces that share a border with the old gnarled tree are not considered adjacent. So only this space right here would be allowed for you to go into the old gnarled tree space. Any other space is not okay. While on the tree entrance space, mice are safe from the old crow, but do not have a clear line of sight to any courtyard space other than the space adjacent to the hole. Minion figures cannot move onto the tree entrance space. So at least we can have the minions that cannot enter in our space. We're safe there, but the thing is, getting there is going to be the big issue. Special rule, the dastardly old crow. When rolling to move a mouse or minion, if a player rolls a 1 on the action die, the old crow swoops on the moving figure, causing 1 unblockable wound. So thankfully we only have 1 wound on Maginos, which is really good, and everyone else doesn't have wounds, because this would be a really tough spot. So after reading the special rules, there is no special setup for this tile, so we would be still choosing an encounter card out of the encounter deck. And we're going to pick one up, and this one's going to be page 4, and this one is an ambush card, and our page 4 minions are 3 rats. So with the 3 rat warriors, what I'm going to do is there's a few 3 minion entry spaces on the tile. I'm just going to put 1 on each minion entrance space, like so. So we have 1 on each part of the tile. So we're going to get the rat warrior card. We're going to shuffle it in with all the other initiative cards here. And we're going to kind of set up our initial initiative track. So let's see how we do here. So I'm going to shuffle these, and we're going to do these. And the first one to go is the Rat Warriors. So the Rat Warriors go first. Then it's Nez. Then it's Maginos. Then it's Tilda. And then finally, Collin. So that's what our initiative track is going to look like. We're going to instantly add 1 cheese to Collin's card, so that we make sure that, for that Born to Lead ability that he has. So he's going to start with that 1 cheese. So with the initiative track set up, with the Rat Warriors good on the tile, we're actually going to end this turn. All right. So Maginos coming in, leveling up. So now we actually got him with the Chain Lightning and the Mystic Bolt, giving him all of these multiple kind of versatile abilities here. Being able to take down multiple guys at once is just definitely going to have a great impact in the game coming up. So looking forward to seeing what he's going to be able to accomplish here. Definitely Maginos is definitely going to be a big threat to the minions. He's going to be a really big threat now that he can be able to take down multiple at once. We just got to see how we're going to do the cheese, accumulation, how we're going to spread that out, and making sure that he has enough cheese to be able to pull this off. So looking at this, we're able to do this. Now we're on this new tile, And the Courtyard Tile is the final tile for the game. We're kind of lucked with the 3 rat setup. I think it's kind of a really easy setup for us. It's not going to be that difficult. The only big thing is going to be rolling the 1s and movement. That's what's going to be our big enemy in this next tile, is that old dastardly crow, and seeing what he's going to be able to do. So looking into this, I really want to thank again Kevin Debaeke for helping us out with that last movement there. I really encourage everyone who watches this video, if you really want to help out, because trust me, I really need it here, make sure to leave a comment on YouTube. You can look at Kevin Debaeke's for examples about what you can do. He's been doing a great job at kind of submitting those comments. So make sure to kind of look at those, see how you want to submit your own, and submit it, and make sure to vote for which ones you guys like, and I just kind of go for which one has the most likes, and I go for it. So make sure to leave a comment, tell me what I should do with Collin, Tilda, and Maginos, and let's try to win this tile. Let's try to get on and survive this chapter, move on to chapter 2. So with that said, I hope you folks have a wonderful day.